Up, Last War family, this is OMFG Joe from server 379. Thank you guys so much. As always, please do like, subscribe, and share. This is going to be a video specifically about the new Valentine's decoration and is it worth it? Let's go ahead and break that down real quickly. So, Hero and Overlord HP, Health Power, 1,000. Here, level 2 is Hero and Overlord HP, 10,000 was the first one. 20,000. Hero and Overlord Health Power, 33,000. And then critical damage at 1.5%. And then level 4 is the highest most people can get to on it, even with very, solid spending. That is 66,002 and 2% critical damage. Do you have to purchase it right now to be able to get it? That's a phenomenal question that I think that is worth answering here. And I will tell you guys that the last couple of events, I would say that as much as the decoration, the decor pops up, that decor spins game pops up, I don't know that you have to get this right now. Is it the best value? Probably not. Will I potentially get it up to level 3? Probably. I don't know. I'm undecided, but there's so much stuff out there to buy right now. So let's talk about that. So you've got your mithril that you can buy to be able to get your season going faster. So is that necessary for people outside of that are not going to be moving to the your teammates that are not going to be moving away from engineering it all during the season? Probably not. You can kind of wait and slow play it a little bit on loading and getting these up. You don't have to get them up that fast. Your war leaders need to get it up, but do they have to get it up as fast as it takes to get to do the mithril? I don't know. I mean, these things. If you're a war leader, you probably need to purchase these before the end of the cycle, because you need to get that stuff up as fast as possible. So, but if you're not one of the top 5 on your team, or not one of the top 5 responsible for killing the Doom Elites and starting the rallies for them, if you will, as long as it's a war leader, it's perfectly fine. It can be anybody really starting that rally, as long as they're doing the war leader skills right. Can you punt it? Maybe. I don't know. But there's just so much to buy. Obviously, the regular weekly stuff, you're just punting that stuff right now. But on top of everything else, you've got your $5 daily weapon shards, or if you're earlier on in the season, if you're earlier on inside of your game, your hero shards. Those are some of the best absolute values in the game. Getting those. You've got your $5 daily getting 30 of the training certificates. How valuable is that right now? And I'm literally saying how valuable is it. Let's go ahead and look. I mean, when you're looking at your promotions, how high do you have to take them? I mean, you definitely, are you past that now? The Universal Overlord Shards might be where we have to spend all of our money right now, as opposed to the training, and kind of let the training come to us potentially. Let's see if it tells us how far up the training goes on it. I bet you, though, once we get to a certain level, let's see here, if it tells us on here, we probably have to, getting past a rookie partner probably requires it. You probably can't do just the promotion up, would be my guess, and then at some point it's going to pivot back and you're going to have it. So probably yes for the $5 daily is still on that. It's probably still the best value. It's probably still worth doing, especially since the Overlord is pushing so much right now. Now, when I say is it worth it, we're talking about is it worth it as opposed to all the other things you can spend on right now. And the answer is probably no. But let's talk about the actual boost. And yes, absolutely, these types of decorations are massive. So you're talking about 33,000 in hero HP added to each one of your, let's not even do the math on every hero, but let's just do it on your top 15, right? 15 heroes. The HP seems to, and I mean, I can't say it's definitively, I'll have to check the math on it, but seems to take it up by around the exact number that it's actually, your total hero power, it tends to go up by that HP, even though HP is health power. That's probably going to be right around 495,000 to close to 500,000. I did that math wrong. I'm sorry. Is that right? No, yeah, 500,000 added So really like a, what would we say there? 125,000 per March. That's a solid boost. Is it worth boosting it up to a level 3? I like to typically myself at least get 2 of those, but not necessarily. Then it depends on where you're at in your gameplay. So we've also got, I mean, there's just so much stuff going on right now, guys. This one's a must. I've told you guys that already. If you haven't got Timeless Love already, get it. You know, that's one of the best things out there. But if you don't have a base skin right now and you're starting to spend on the game, I mean, that's good. Watch the base skin video to see which ones you need, depending on what season you're on. But these base skins are absolutely imperative. They're absolutely important. They add these season buffs to it. So is it worth getting multiple base skins? I mean, the stack is awesome. You know, don't get me wrong. Getting that extra HP, the 5% overall to HP, the 5% extra to attack, or which one is this one? HP and attack again, HP and defense. Like that one's the defensive one. Yeah, those are massive, guys. We've got to get these universal shards. That's an absolute must. 1,000 universal shards. You want to be to get all 5 of those. You need to get 5,000 of those if you can. Now, if you don't have a base skin yet, though, and you're pushing, your base skin's probably first. Or second behind drone skin, really, because these drone skins just never pop up. But at the same time, since it's never popped up before, it's just boosting skill damage. Remember that. It's not boosting anything else, so it's cool. It is, or excuse me, I'm telling you the wrong thing. This one boosts critical rating, and you boost your drone attack. So that's awesome. This is cute and cool and all that stuff, whatever you want to call it, for the Valentine's Day little in stock. But a plus 0.5 in hero skill damage, is that worth 500? And the cost that it would take to get there, because there's so many different things to buy right now. It's so hard to decide, is this worth it? Is it not worth it? And I don't know. I mean, those are another thing, just like the drone skins, they don't pop back up ever. So you might want to go ahead and snatch it up. But at the same time, you know, is it worth doing that when you've got this, you know, here that's going to boost it, and you've got your critical damage up at level 3, right? Is it worth getting when, let's go and look at our decor real quickly and kind of break that down. But your decor, let me go find one of them that has the critical damage inside of it. Let's see, one of them here. Excuse me, the skill damage. There's your skill damage right there, okay? So let's go look at it. So that's at level 3. Or, no, excuse me, level 4. So level 4, the boost of skill damage at level 4 is plus 1.25. So I don't know. I mean, you look at that number and you go, maybe it's worth it. You know, when you go back and look at that number now, obviously the decor is giving it even more. Tough calls out there. It really just depends on your own individual team. There's so many different things you got to kind of gauge. Are you needing an overall boost? Excuse me. Are you more desperate at this point in the game for a boost to your individual top squad? That is, as we always talk about, that is one thing I think a lot of people make a mistake of, is trying to spread the love. You'll hear me say that a lot. Don't spread the love on Last War. Boost one of your teams as far as you can take it. Don't spread the love. Spreading the love is what messes you up on your skills. Spreading the love on everything kind of messes you up. We're all, you know, that's a kind of a process of us all kind of basically chasing the big giant whales that we're not going to catch anyways. So why chase those instead of just going for the things that kind of fit you? And if you're a spender, and if you're not a spender at all, this one doesn't matter. But is it worth it? Should you get it? I'd say a lot of people is a yes, but do you have to with all the extra costs of everything right now? I mean, probably not. I mean, we know for certain when you're looking at these types of things, let's go and see if one of these needs to be made. But when we're talking about what we're doing here, you know, on it, we know that these gambling games are absolutely the best values typically on the game. They're also the easiest one to spend too much money on, so keep that in mind too. But they're absolutely some of the best value on the game. You get so much from it on each individual spin. And then of course you're going to get that specialized gift here at the end of it. So it's a tough call. The Valentine's thing is incredibly cool. I'm really a fan of that decor. So I would advise them, any spender, final assessment, any spender should get it at least to level 1. Maybe go ahead and level 2 it It's going to be interesting to see because I have not officially decided yet if I'm getting it. I think I'm leaning not heavily towards it, and obviously I'm waiting for another Versus Day because we're kind of crushing today. And we've already won the first 2 days of the week. But when you're looking at that decor, I mean, you kind of want to go ahead and get the unlock it, so because you don't know how long it'll be before this one specifically shows up in the Valentine store. I mean, excuse me, in the game, the spin game, the decor spin game. So you want to get the 1 so that the Universal Shards can upgrade it, and then probably the 2, especially the 2 is only another $10. If it's $20, it's $30 for that boost. I mean, yeah, still probably yes. But so much that, so many different ways that Last War's kind of pulling us right now. And that's kind of just my final assessment on it. It's a hard maybe. It really depends on where you're at on your individual squad. And you got to weigh it based on, are you in the top 20 on your server? Are you in the top 10? Are you in the top 100? Are you in the top 200? Are you outside of the top 200? Is it worth pushing that if you're outside of the top 200? Probably not at that point. The decor is awesome. They're great. But is it worth spending the money on when you got the chance of the base skin plus all the drone parts and everything that comes with all those spins? No, probably not. But that's going to be it for this one, guys. Thank you so much. As always, this is OMFG Joe from server 379 saying thank you and signing out.